Perhaps, like a growing number of people, you've already found that for fun and fitness, it's difficult to beat the simplicity and sociability of taking a walk in the great outdoors. The ability to identify locations on a map adds greatly to any walker's enjoyment and security. The Ordnance Survey's 1 to 25,000 scale Explorer Map series has been described as the best publicly available national mapping in the world for outdoor users. The grid reference system used on these maps will enable you to identify any location to within 100 metres. First, a little background. The area that includes the UK has been divided into 25 squares, each 500 kilometres across, and each one has been given the name of a letter of the alphabet. As there are actually 26 letters in the alphabet, I has been omitted. The whole of mainland Britain is in square N, S or T. The other letters cover the sea, outlying islands and some of Western Europe. These one-letter squares by themselves are actually too big to be of help to us. However, each 500 kilometre square has then been divided into 25 squares. Each of those has also been given a letter of the alphabet. So inside the big S square, for example, we have SA, SB, SC and so on. Here's where it starts to get helpful to the humble walker. Let's look at a typical grid reference. This is part of a list of walks offered by the Scarborough group of the Ramblers. The one on Sunday 5th of October might catch your eye. It's fairly short, just 6 miles, and it starts from a village green, whose grid reference is SE 895607. Here's how that grid reference works. In each corner of an Explorer map you will find the 2-letter code for that area. Here you see the letters SE, which appear on the map covering part of the Yorkshire Wolds. S represents the 500 kilometre square and E is the 100 kilometre one inside it. Here we have that UK plan again, with the SE square highlighted. In that square we know that Finbert Village Green is to be found, because the grid reference starts with SE. Now we have to narrow it down some more, so that we can find the exact location. For copyright reasons, the rest of this demonstration uses a scanned copy of a 1 to 50,000 scale Ordnance Survey map. The grid shown is in exactly the same place as on an Explorer map. If you look at the top or bottom of the map, you will find that the vertical lines that occur after each kilometre have been numbered. This excerpt shows a section from 87 to 93. You will see that on the left and right, horizontal lines are similarly marked, and this shows a section from 59 to 62. This image, as you probably spotted, includes Finbert, close to the middle. We're looking for the spot identified by the grid reference 895607. First, find the vertical line 89. Now find the horizontal line 60. Find the spot where these two lines intersect, which is indicated by the red pointer on the map. The square to the northeast of this point is the one in which we are interested. Here it is, square 8960. Now imagine that the square is divided into tenths, looking right, east from line 89. So 1 would be a tenth of the way across, and 5, which we are actually looking for, would be halfway across. So 895 is line 89 plus 5 tenths of the way east. Here it is in blue. And 607 is line 60 plus 7 tenths of the way north. And here is this line. The point of intersection is SE 895607. With this technique, you can now find the location within 100 metres of any grid reference given to you. Of course, the opposite exercise can also be carried out, and you will be able to work out the grid reference of any spot on an Ordnance Survey map. Let's say, for example, that you want to find the reference for this bridleway near a village called Folketon. The map tells you that it's in square TA. The bridleway is to the east of line 05, about 1/10 of the way across, and it is north of line 79 and about 4/10 up. So the complete grid reference is TA 051794. One important tip to bear in mind: whenever you start working on grid references, say to yourself eastings, northings, to help you to remember the order in which the numbers are given. First, find the vertical line to the west of the location and estimate the number of tenths east. Then find the horizontal line to the south of the location and estimate the number of tenths north. Eastings, northings. Some people find it helpful to remember this as along the corridor and up the stairs. If you plan to buy a compass, by the way, it's worth looking out for one that has measuring scales for 1 to 50,000 and 1 to 25,000 maps, as you will then be able to read off the eastings and northings instead of estimating them. One last tip: when possible, it is always a good idea to give a brief description of the location as well as the grid reference, because in built-up areas that 100-metre margin could send someone to the wrong street. In open country, that same 100 metres could put them on the wrong side of a stream, or at the top of a cliff instead of at the bottom. And you wouldn't want that, would you?